understanding this language, unsure of exactly how much pressure to apply. Her sweater left tufts of cotton on my fingers. I stared down at my hands, amazed as March wind flew the tufts to float like milkweed spores all around us. Goodbye, she said, and swung upright on a branch through a window, presumably her bedroom, where she disappeared. I never saw her again, except perhaps the ghost of her riding a bike on gloomy Sunday afternoons, or poised in mute profile at a red light in her mother's car. It doesn't matter. I'm not even sure where this poem is heading, except a really good slice of pizza, or a kiss can save your life. And I believe there are moments that mark us with a ashy thumb, so that we are stained for love, so that our stories are stories only when they've been retold 100 times, if only to ourselves, if only when we expect nothing and deserve nothing. And in the hidden valleys under the rose, a voice whispers, "So kiss me, asshole." And we do. Oh, sorry, just the class. My dad was he was a fighter. He was a boxer. He was a featherweight. He was champ of the Diamond Gloves champ of Staten Island. And of course, I'm not a featherweight. You can see that. And he had these amazing hands. And, you know, I would admire them. And then he'd tell you, hey, you don't want hands like mine. I've busted them so many times. But this poem is in memory of him. All my poems, I think, tonight are going to be love poems in a way, but it's called Fist for my father. It was the sense that your fists were worlds and mine were not that calls me to worship you. All those thick rope veins and the deep inlaid grind of your life, the permanent filth of your labors. I wanted your history. My own smoothness appalled me. I wanted that hardness of fists. I'd pry your fingers loose using both my hands, find stones, a robin's egg uncrushed in the thick meat of your palms. Between thumb and forefinger, your flesh smelled of creosote and lye and 3 packs of Chesterfield Kings. You told me stories about heroes, about David with his sling, Samson with the jawbone of an ass, Christ with his word forgive. Tonight I read about Culholland, that Irish hero, contending with the sea, how he killed his son in battle, a son he'd never known, and mad with his grief, fought the waves for 3 nights and as many days, until at last he came ashore and fell asleep holding his dead child's hands. When he woke, it was morning, and the hands of his son had become 2 black swans. They flew west, where all suffering ends. I read this story, and I remember you. Hold me clenched until I am those birds. Sleep, die, until your fist can open. Vic Ruggiero, somebody came here, I seem to run into people that know Vic Ruggiero everywhere I go. He's in this band called The Slackers. And we made a CD together because I always wanted to write a self-help book called I Hate Life. Because I'm not big in a self-help movement, you know? I just think, I mean, you can't be Julie Andrews all the time going up and out. Life's not like that. You know, that's, to me, how can that be positive? That's like my idea of hell. That's like that Samuel Beckett play where that person's buried up to their head in garbage and you're going, what a wonderful day, what a wonderful day. Nah, I can't do that. So Vic and I did this one song and he did harmonica on it. They don't have him here to do it. But this is a coal miner song. I was a labor organizer in the 80s, which has got to be the worst time ever to be labor organizing. I mean, you can forget it. But this is coal miners who were, you know, a lot of them were in really bad shape. But this is a song that kind of remembers them. It only takes one note I only play one note on the guitar. I always believe in poets being as simple as possible because most of them can't play, and I'm no exception. Here it goes. Lazarus rose from the dead when Jesus said to rise. How can I sing a song of praise with this cold dust in my eyes? With this cold dust in my eyes. Well, that woman says, I love you. Come be my loving man. Hell, I can't love no one with this hammer in my hand. With this hammer in my hand. Oh, rise up, Lazarus. I said, rise up, Lazarus. Oh, rise up, Lazarus. Call them winds from north to south. For I must sing a song of praise with this cold dust in my mouth. With this cold dust in my mouth. Yeah, 100 feet below my boots, my old man breathed his last. My right arm, Lord, if I ever forget my past, if I ever forget my past. Well, they're broken down the strikers, yeah, they crossed the picket line. I swear they sell their mama's souls just to cheat us of a dime, just to cheat us of a dime. Oh, rise up, Lazarus. I said, rise up, Lazarus. Oh, now rise up, Lazarus. Call them winds from east to west. For I must sing a song of praise with this black lung in my chest. With this black lung in my chest. Well, I'm going up to Detroit, gonna find the promised land. Gonna take my woman with me, drop this hammer from my hand. Drop this hammer from my hand. Oh, now rise up, Lazarus. I said, rise up, Lazarus. Oh, rise up, Lazarus. Call the winds from north to south. Call the winds from east to west. For I will sing a song of praise with this black lung in my chest. With this black lung in my chest. With this black lung in my chest. Yeah, I worked in a factory for 20 years. And that's you know, before that, my parents died as 18, so I was homeless for a while. So then I got into a painting shop. A shop where they made, actually, and then I got into a shop where they made fake Christmas trees. You know, and the only good thing about this place was they didn't give you any safety masks, so you got high all the time. It was like huffing 9 to 5. It was horrible. But that's what kind of turned me to a labor activist. Because, you know, I have seen what people are willing to do to have a shithole. I've been there. So this is it. Paunch. No, paunch is not it. Painting the Christmas trees. Here it is. In my odyssey of dead-end jobs, cursed by whatever gods do not console. I end up at a place that makes fake Christmas trees, thousands, some pink, some blue. One that revolves ever so slowly to the strains of silent night. Sometimes, out of sheer despair, I rev up its RPMs and send it spinning wildly through space. Dorothy Hamill disguised as a waltzing frog. I run a machine that spits paint onto wire boughs. Each length of boughs a different shade, color-coded, so that America will know which end fits where. This is spray paint of which I speak. No ventilation, no safety masks, lots of poor folks speaking various broken tongues, a guy from Poland with a ruptured disc lifting 50-pound boxes of defective parts, a Haitian so damaged by police interrogations back in Haiti that he flinches when you raise your arm too suddenly near. And all of us hating this job, knowing it's meaningless, yet singing, cursing, telling jokes, unentitled to anything but joy. The Lord, unreasonable joy that sometimes overwhelms you, even in a hole like this. It's a joy rulers mistake for proof of the human spirit. Look how happy they are. Look how happy they are. I tell you, it is Kali, the great destroyer, her voice singing amidst butchery and hate. It is Rachel, the inconsolable, weeping for her children. It goes both over and under the human spirit. It is my father crying in his sleep because he works 12-hour shifts 6 days a week and can't make rent. It is 110 degrees in the land of fake Christmas trees. It is Blanca Ramirez healing over Sam's green card. It is a nation that has spiritualized shopping, not knowing how many lost to the greater good of retail. It is Martha the Packer rubbing her crippled hands with Lord's water and hot chilies. It is bad pay and worse diet, and the minds of our children turned on the wheel of sorrow. No language to leach this from the blood. No words to draw it out. A fake Christmas tree, spinning wildly in the brain. And who can stop it? Who? Unless grief grows this hand and writes this poem. I gotta take my jacket off because this is my major prompt is right here for this poem. I was thinking what the ugliest word is for what I got, and what I got is even considerably bigger than what I had then. And the word is paunch. I mean, paunch it doesn't allow you any wiggle room for cute, you know? That's a paunch. It sounds like you're going to die in 6 months, which is right. Yeah, you're going to paunch. All right, so this poem's about that. It's about men's ability to deceive themselves, no matter what. And then one day they can't do it. And then that's the day of reckoning. You know, women gain 1/2 of a pound, they're upset, but a guy, because they don't lie to themselves. A guy, no, they do lie, but a guy, he really lies to himself. Here's the poem. Paunch. In the middle of getting dressed, ambushed by a mirror, I'm brought up halting, lit shame before the paunch. It isn't a gut or a beer belly, a spare tire, or love handles, but something sinister, something beyond the often tender misshapenness of me. Suddenly I'm not young anymore, and that 25-year-old poet who liked my work, who spoke with a voice like dusk, who swept waves of thick jet hair from her shining, beatific face as she spoke, really only liked my work. How awful. How sad to be entering the realm of the fathers. There is no hope unless it be a twig of slippery elm, a perfectly blue dinner plate, a flower I don't remember ever having that gives off the spice of a woman's sun-warmed back. Where are those magical things? How to find them? And if I should master those elements, what then? I'd still be a third-rate Prospero at best. That old bag of tricks, vengeful, clinging to his beautiful daughter. Sit-ups are, of course, out of the question. This goes way beyond fitness. This is the one gray hair I spent mornings searching for and plucked like a fat autumn shrew from its lair. Fierce and merciless as an owl, I hover over the ruins of my life, trying to suck this demon in, trying to suck it in. I fall 3 waistlines short of Valhalla. Christ have mercy. Keep me far from mirrors and voices like dust, in which the Angelus rings and the stars rise. For I am only a poet, a fat poet, heart sick with desire, fastened to a dying animal. And then I went to publish this, they go, the only thing, Joe, we want to end out that last line and fastened to a dying animal. I said, go ahead. And then they called me up a few weeks later, just before they went to press. They go, you're a scumbag. That line's from Yeats. I go, yeah, but I figured you were editing Yeats, not me, so we're I was getting a publication. You know, that worked for me. So I'll do a couple more and then I'll be out of here. Some people had to leave, or, you know, they had to leave, and I don't want to hold them up. But here we go. This is a, here we go. I gotta find this one here, it's in here. I'm looking for a poem. Anybody here ever work on a moving van? You don't want it. I did it. It's okay when you're younger, but when you're in your 40s, once I got laid off in that factory I was in, and I was laid off for a while, between being a professor and being a toolmaker, I was a mover of furniture at a time in my life when it was not a good idea to be that. All right? And I'm looking for that poem now as I talk. And if I find it, I'll do it. But it should be in this book somewhere. If not, yeah, here it is. It's called The Ooh People. Anybody here, if you have movers, don't get behind them going, ooh, ooh. It's not a good idea. Ooh, 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 ooh. You know, that kind of thing. So, because if you do that, first of all, you might make them drop the thing. And second of all, you're being a real asshole. Just letting you know. You know, what do you want them to do? Call you Saeed? I mean, it's horrible, okay? I'm just saying. So this poem is called The Ooh People. It's a prose poem. When I was unemployed, due to economic layoff at my factory, I worked for a while as a furniture mover under the table, $12 an hour, and whatever tips you might get. I was over 40 by then, and I was the box man, a job for much younger men with the legs of center fielders. The box man carries all the boxes up and down the flights of stairs. It might seem like the easier job compared to moving the heavy furniture, but you go up and down and up and down and up and down those stairs about 150 times with sometimes 40-pound boxes, and your legs start to feel like they might stage a walkout on you and let you fall to your death. This one job started at 6 in the morning and finished up at midnight. It was in a rich neighborhood and had an ooh-ooh couple. Ooh-ooh couples watch you. They stand behind you saying, ooh, ooh, be careful, all the way up the stairs. They can cause accidents just by being underfoot every inch of the way. They think you are a Morlock. They usually have children or pets, and if you smile at the children and the pets, they hug them tightly to their chests and grow wild-eyed with fear as if you were about to molest them. They believe all working people are trailer trash and thieves, and that we love nothing better than to break their precious things whenever we aren't having unprotected sex with our sisters. If you break anything, and they really pack terribly, but think they don't, your boss will be sued and you'll be fired. If you want to know who is what in America, work on a moving van. So this house had a basement the size of a football field. It took 16 hours, at the end of which they made no attempt to tip us. Me and my friend were so tired and sore, we went to eat in this only joint left, a Mexican place, and fell asleep at the table, practically in our tacos.
The waitress had to wake us up. I worked as a boxman for 2 months until I just couldn't stand it anymore. The work was hard, but the people were harder. They had all stepped out of reruns of 30-something. And I remember one couple had a beautiful baby grand piano. Neither could play it. I couldn't help myself. At lunch break, I approached them. I knew how to play Chopin and Beethoven, but I didn't tell them that. They had seemed nice enough until then, and I said, "That's a gorgeous Bechstein you've got there. Could I just play it a little?" They looked at each other like aliens conferring about this creature and said in unison, "No." I continued, "Can I hear you play? I love pianos." The man said, "We don't play the piano. A few of our friends do sometimes." I could tell this bit of familiarity had gone too far. I shut up, finished my lunch, and returned to moving boxes. But the piano still haunts me at night. I keep thinking that no piano should go dormant like that, year after year, a mere display. I think of all the unplayed pianos on this earth and all the fake new McMansions, some used as glorified tables for mail, coats, family photos. Others kept polished, but without a single hand to touch their keys. I keep dreaming of sneaking back into that house in the middle of the night and playing the Bechstein. I see the young, attractive couple floating down the stairs, and they are chastened. "You play well." "Very well," they say. "Come, live with us and teach us the ways of your tribe." It is hard to move pianos you know will seldom be played. Harder still to be pursued by ooh couples as you struggle up the stairs. If you have any spirit left, it makes you angry. What can you do with such anger? You can wait until it turns into sadness. Anger turned inward. A sadness so deep you can dive into it and never reach the bottom. Even though, to all the ooh people out there, you've been at the bottom all your life. I'm just being radical today. I don't know why. Cleveland, I like it. I think Cleveland is a place to be radical. All right, and I'll close now. My wife has changed me a lot. I mean, what can I say? And this is a poem about her, and it's called, I'll end with this. It's called "Glass of Water." Obviously, I must have been relationship phobic because I didn't get married till I was in my 50s. I almost did a few times, but this is "Glass of Water" for her. My wife is calm, even in the midst of Armageddon. As for me, I never met a form of hysteria I didn't like. The world is always falling apart. I took 9 different homeless people into my house in 3 years, 4 of which were from Westchester and were only temporarily broke on their way to 6-figure incomes and a European tour. I feel sorry for the rich as well as the poor. My father told me, "Hey, pray for the rich kid. They starve their kids," he said. "They never give them second helpings. And those poor little bastards never get second helpings or anything. Just take a look in their garbage, you'll know." "Why do you want to live to be 90, my father said. "You'll be shitting in a diaper and some poor lady from Haiti will have to roll you over. Live your life now." I love my wife, but lately I've been considering lifting weights, giving up red meat, cutting down on smokes. When we almost bounced at the bank and I was pulling out what little hair I had, she said, "You smell like cinnamon," and kissed my shoulder, derailed my rage. I teach her the names of birds, of wildflowers. She is taking her crowbar of love and prying my fingers loose from mistrust. It isn't easy. I don't trust the ground underneath me. I've been there when it collapsed. I don't trust the Dow Jones or the soft pillow under my head. or sometimes even her love. Late at night, when the ghosts of our parents walk across the kitchen floor, when I am weeping because the losses are in, not of, a loss in things. She rolls over from a dream, clamps me down into the bed with her legs, says hi. It's 2 a.m. She goes to bed at 10 and sleeps until 9 the next morning. I go to bed at 2 in the morning and sleep until 5. We are in different shifts. Having Googled the ostrich and Tony Curtis and Lisbon and Garcia Frederica Lorca, I'm still not able to sleep. I try to lie down beside her again. I hold her head like a football in my arms. She buries her face in my chest. I say, Emily, I'm so afraid. I'm not used to anything that stays. I don't know what to do with it. She says, I'll tell you what to do. Give me a glass of water. Thank you.
And also a list if you want to get email notices to the next Mahall's readings. Sign up for the email list.
Yeah, one more. And you have to play the story box.
Thanks, sir.
Oh, you're like my old shit. I go 11:30. God, no wonder you're so skinny. That's not the old reason. Yeah, I did stuff like that. I did warrior for walking and stuff. Yeah. Okay, the black steel, red steel, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and then I worked as a tool grinder, and I worked in a mold making plant that made molds with plastic. And all kinds of stuff. National tool manufacturer. So I did that for 20 years.